Welcome back for another video. It's Eharbad, and in today's Raid Shadow Legends video, we're going to go deeper into Cursed City. Now, I did a video talking about Amius the Lunar Archon, and hopefully it's helped people be able to beat that. We are, 11 days in? Yeah, 11 days in. I've cleared all of, Cobble Market. All of Dead Rise is all done. Plague Home, I've got 3 stages left, but I don't think they're going to be problematic at all. Soul Cross, I've done the majority of what I think I'm going to be able to do, and I think I'm going to have problems for the remaining bits. S25, I think I will be able to do. Ideally, I need a 3-star Reviver, and my Arbiter is 1 star. My Elver is 1 star. So ideally, I need to kind of get 2 more stars on them to make it work, or get 1 star on them and another star on Mithrala, something like that. Yeah. Otherwise, I can try and do it with no Reviver. Cardinal, if I got another star there, that would also work, or Ursula. So if I could fit anyone into this who can revive in that last slot, I think I'll be all right. I've tried it without. I don't really. There's like even Brogni. If I had 3-star on Brogni, it might be better. But yeah, 20 stars is quite tricky. I think I will ultimately get it done before reset though. S14, I don't think that's going to happen. Like, I don't have, if you look at the best teams in the world, double Shimani, Lonathil, Alsgore. I don't have Lonathil or Alsgore. And a good example of why you should just always pick up every legendary you can, because you never know when you're going to need them. And I don't have Shimani. So it's like, I think this is going to be extrememe tricky. If I were to do it, I'd probably have to rank up maybe Ambassador, because you get a taunt and a bit of healing. Would probably be the best bet. I can't see this really working, but I will probably give it a go though, obviously, right? But the question is really the 5th slot. I don't know who it's going to end up being. As for stage 20, I have just 6-starred Growhack in an attempt to get a team out. With Keelan, there would be 4, and I don't know who the 5th would be. Potentially Cormac, potentially Gerhard the Stone, but a similar problem. If we look at the best teams, it's like Killian's and Lord Chamfort's. These champions that I don't have. But again, I'll probably try. Level 270 though. This is pretty extreme. I don't know. S18, I think I will get done. I haven't geared these 2 champions yet though. So probably tomorrow I'll gear them up and then give this room a go, which will get me to S19, which I also don't think is going to happen. I mean, this looks tough, and if you go best teams, there's only 1 person in the world who's beaten it. I don't even have a Morag, and the other 3 are not 6-star for me, so I'm quite far off. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could try and do some kind of CC between Gnarlhorn, Rockbreaker, rank up Fodbor, use maybe Kinagashi or Melga, and just try and perma CC and nuke 1 by 1. But I mean, look at this. I don't know what the other waves are, but so we might have found the peak of what we can do. But the reason for this video is Tainted Pyro, who I did manage to beat without Cardiel. I do have Creedon. I think it technically would be possible to win without Creedon, but definitely would be harder. There are ways of improving the team that I'm using. I only have Relentless on Royal Guard, but actually if I had Relentless on Creedon, Ruella, Shamil, anyone, it would have been advantageous. If I had Revenge accessories, that would also help. And on Shamil, if I had a Blood Shield, that would help for extra defense ignore on the A3, because I'm not really bringing that much buffs that are always up, because I don't have that much opportunity to buff from Ruella. So I think we'll go through the builds, but I want to show how it works in practice. It's not 100%. We don't have heal reduction. So the way I go in is I'm going to A1 all the way through until the boss has taken a turn. I want to do that predominantly so we get a low turn meter on the boss, we take a load of debuffs, and Shamil does his counter attack. So here we've taken 8 debuffs, so we'll get 8 free hits. With Creedon, I'm going to use the A1, triple hit, and maybe we'll get a Phantom Touch proc, but we didn't. I'll then cleanse with Elva, triple hit with Rayla. I could either triple hit or single hit, and I'm going to get less damage, but I'm actually going to go for the triple, which will hopefully let me get decreased speed on, because that's extremely important to get decreased speed on. I'm going to try and drop turn meter, but Creedon doesn't have masteries at the moment, so I only got 1, but that's okay. At this point, we have a choice. I will probably go for the A2 just to get that decreased defense and weaken, try and get a bit of damage out. But really, again, it's about setting us up. Maybe we'll get a decreased turn meter. We got 1, which will mean we can now do Royal Guard's A2 and get a bit more damage. But really, yeah, it's just about setting ourselves up. So each time the boss takes a turn, we're now in a good position. So again, I'm going to have to A3 to just knock down that turn meter. The counter. We're just going to try and get this broken as quickly as possible, so we're able to get a bit of damage out. I'm going to increase my speed, so we've got more opportunities too. We'll break it now. Maybe we'll get 1 TM reduction. This time I'm going to choose to buff myself. We already have decreased speed out. We don't have the opportunity to do the A2. I maybe should have saved and done the A2 this turn rather than last turn. But I'm going to go for the buff instead and see if we can actually just get some damage done quickly, because we've got a little bit of turn meter fill. Triple buff on Shamil. This is where we're going to get the big damage. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of turn meter drop. We got 1 of them. So we might... No, we didn't quite. I was hoping we would sweep back round and get the decreased speed back on, but it didn't happen. So that's going to be our priority again, is to try and get decreased speed on. We're kind of just managing the fight all the way through. Triple hit. We'll again increase speed for us. We will get the decreased speed back on. Maybe. No, we didn't. Hopefully we'll get a turn meter drop. We got 2 of them. So now we can get the decreased speed back on. But you can see, like, it's a tough fight. We're just going to go in, try and get those Phantom Touch procs. Try and get anything we can to break the shield, and then try and get the damage out. But it's a tough one. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is very, very hard. I will go for some damage, and actually at this point I'm gonna boost my turn meter, increase my speed, see if we actually have an opportunity to get some damage out. We managed to reduce the turn meter, do the big nukes from Shamil, go in just A1 with Varela, and again we're now going to have to try and break that shield 1 more time, and it's about getting lucky, basically. Like, that's the reality with this fight. We need a bit of luck. I need to keep decreased speed on better. I haven't done that well this time. When I did actually win the fight, I was a lot better at keeping the decreased speed on. because that's kind of the big thing. And we've obviously lost our 2 champions. So we'll give it another go. Then I'm going to go and show you the builds, and we'll probably try and change some things and see if I can get it a little bit more consistent, because it's not a consistent fight. But this is the way I ultimately got it done. It was basically I'll A1 through turn 1, take these debuffs, get the counterattacks from Shamil. My champions are built reasonably tanky. And then I'll try and prioritize the A1s here. I feel like Rella's missing a gear piece, and maybe that is what is affecting my ability to do this run. So let's have a look after this one. I remember Ruella being faster than Elder. We're going to save the A2, so we're actually going to boost turn meter here instead, try and get some damage out. Hopefully we'll get a turn meter reduction. We did. We'll go for a bit of a nuke from Royal Guard. We, once again, are going to save it. Yes, we are. We'll just go in for a few hits, get a bit more lucky with the turn meter drop. Boost our speed again. Hopefully we'll decrease defense here. Again, we're just going to A1. We'll try and drop turn meter again. Now we can do a bit of damage. You can see the difference between triple buff and double buff is huge. So if I did have that blood shield accessory, I'd have been getting the full benefit right there. So that's why I say I think it's really important to have blood shield on Shamil, and if I had revenge accessories, there'd be a good chance I'd be getting counterattacks, and that would have made a big difference. You can see getting the relentless procs helps a lot as well. At this point, again, I'm going to boost my turn meter because it's Shamil and Royal Guard who are going to do the damage. And Creedon needs to get in. Again, we're only double buff, and it makes a big difference on the damage. You can see kind of the intent, but it does require some luck. It really does. Like, there's no way around it. We need to get lucky with Creedon's procs. I think doing it without Creedon would be really tough. You'd need, maybe if we had some kind of heal reduction, could probably do it without Creedon, because I can break the shield frequently enough. Will I get back round? I think I'm going to try and save the A2 and see if I can get a good bit of damage out. Let's go A1 there. Hopefully we'll get a turn meter drop. We got 1. We can get a bit of damage out, but I needed that third buff, and now we've lost the decreased speed. It is an extremely, extremely tough fight. Having ally attack would obviously make it much easier. But if you do have the Cardiel, definitely considerably easier. Hopefully I can at least just get the decreased speed back. Get a bit of damage. Come on. Get the damage. Just, nah, it's not going to happen. Let's see. So the changes that I was going to suggest, blood shield accessory. They all seem to be defense percent. Do I have a attack percent? No. No, let's go with that one. That seems to give me the least amount of attack drop. And it's only 5 stars, so it won't cost me too much to switch back round. And then I was saying on really Creedon and Ruella having a counterattack would probably help quite a bit. Oh, these rolled badly, didn't they? I lose a lot of defense, kind of annoying. Let's just go with that one. Do I have any usable ones for Ruella? Similar situation. Do that. I also haven't selected masteries. Things like Retribution would be pretty good, because I think that main hit will do the damage. Same with Creedon. Another thing that would be really helpful is Fearsome Presence. But yeah, it's not an easy fight. I'd like to actually show you me winning it. I have done it. But I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Alright, so what I was saying, yeah, A1 here. Just A1 the way through. You can see that like we can almost break the shield, but we're to break it with like absolute max turn meter. Took a lot more damage this time. And in my opinion, basically, you kind of need to do it before he uses this too many times, because that's going to destroy too much max HP. Unless you have an AoE revive, like a Phoenix style comp, then it's never going to work. We did get the decreased speed. Let's try and drop some turn meter. Nothing. Let's boost. We'll get a little bit of healing there. Get some damage. Try and drop turn meter. We've got 1. Go for a nuke. Just a 1. Buff ourselves again. Go in with the A1, see if we can break the shield. We did get an extra turn, that's going to help. Go in, A1. I think we're going to have to go with the A2 here. Try and get that turn meter drop. We got both of them. That's fantastic. I'll reapply the decreased speed. Get a bit of damage. Hopefully get that decreased defense. It didn't happen. Try and get some turn meter drop. We got 2 of them. That's actually really clutch. Here we're going to boost ourselves. Now we get the proper damage. I think that Shamil thing makes a massive difference. Another turn meter drop is going to help. We'll go for the A2. Go in A1. A1 here. A1. Go for the A2. Higher chance to drop turn meter. We did drop turn meter, but he still took a turn. A3 for the quad hit. Triple hit on the A1. Triple hit. Try and break this shield quickly. 1 more to go. Boost ourselves. Shield broken. Decreased defense applied. Let's get decreased speed reapplied. We'll hit quite hard anyway. Hopefully we'll get turn meter drop. We got none. And that's the kind of thing you need some luck. You need Creedon to drop turn meter. Or you need like a big nuke. So if I didn't have Creedon, I'd need another kind of nuker there. So we could do much more damage than we're currently doing. And even then, like, we don't get much window, right? If we can actually give ourselves a small window to do a bit of damage, we'd have our A2. Extra turn, that's pretty nice. Go in with the A1, trying to extend the decrease of defense. We're going to boost ourselves, because Rella does like no damage. It's irrelevant. Trying to get an extra turn meter drop and Creedon a bit of damage out of Shamil is going to be where the difference is going to come. Oh, I was meant to A3 there. That was a mistake. That might have cost us no decreased speed. We'll see if we can make it work. I was meant to reapply decreased speed in that last one. Let's see if we're going to get a clutch here. We did. Decrease speed, try and drop that turn meter. Get a bit of damage out. Boost ourselves, see if we can get a bit more damage quickly. Bit more damage there. Drop turn meter. 1. Not enough. And I think the next time we cycle around to this A3, we're going to be done and dusted. So it's really a question of, can we kill him in the next 5 turns? And we need some luck for that. Extra turn? No extra turn. Okay, shield broken. Get that decreased defense, decreased speed reapplied. Drop some turn meter. We got 1. A 1. Extra turn? No extra turn. Boost ourselves. Come on, drop some turn meter. We got 2 of them. Shamil gets in for some damage. Extra turn, that's very helpful. Oh, and another extra turn. Are we gonna do it? Ruella died. Let's revive Ruella. It's not good. We're in a very, very sketchy place. A 3 extra turn. Ooh, so close, but yet so far. Let's reapply decreased speed. A2 nuke. If we get the turn meter drop there, I think that was going to be it. Maybe if we just boost ourselves here, we might sneak in. Come on, Creedon. Ah, I just didn't. He just didn't. Come on. Revive Ruella again. A 3. We're so close. No way of boosting ourselves. Drop that turn meter. Oh, we got 2. Massive extra turn, please. Anything? Anyone got another chance? Creedon, you? Drop that turn meter. No turn meter drop. Oh, agonizingly close. Let's see. Can we just sneak it? I don't think we can. I don't think we're going to break the... I don't think we're going to break the shield. Very, very close. No. But, I don't know. Hopefully, you guys can see how it works. Let me find my screenshot, at least, of me actually getting it done. But it's so tough. Yeah, so if we have a look at the image, you can see from the other day, one of the key things is killed it fast. And that's the key, because when we get a little bit later, you saw basically as soon as Ruella started dying, that was kind of the game over for us. And truth be told, I think that small change on the gearing that we made that took away a bit of her defensive stats is probably what cost us. So maybe if I try one more time and get back her defensive stats, pretty sure that was the ring, then we might be able to get it done. Let me switch back into the game. We'll try it one more time, then I can show you all the builds. Even though I tend to prefer to do these kind of videos where I actually win. I don't like showing you me losing. But it's a really tough fight. I think that's the reality. You definitely need to be tanky enough. And I think I showed the slight difference in gearing just by losing that little bit of defense on Ruella. And she started dying that little bit early. If she hadn't died that little bit early, then I think we would have won that one. And I think that's like, it's very small, little differences between winning and losing, basically. Fearsome Presence on Creedon would be huge. Let's boost myself, see if we can get a bit of damage in quickly. Whilst we've got a little bit of breathing space. A2, drop some turn meter. We'll just A1 because I'm saving that A2. Let's try and drop defense from Royal Guard instead. A1. See if we can get back. We've got a little counterattack. That's going to help us. The Revenge Accessory doing its thing. Just A1. 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 Extra turn. Fantastic. We've broken the shield nice and early this time. That's the Revenge Accessory helping. 0 procs there, though. Let's get that in, and then A2 will get a bit of good damage. Nuke there with Royal Guard. Try and drop that turn meter. We got both of them. Boost ourselves. Try and get back round to our damage sources, which is Royal Guard and Shamil. Basically, no one else does damage. If I had masteries on Ruella, maybe I would have actually been able to build some damage into her, and that would probably help as well. It's all about doing it with as little investment as humanly possible. That's the way I like to do it. Phantom Touch helps a lot. 6-star Awakening really is helping me on the Shamil, to be honest. I think it would be even harder if I didn't have that. I'll boost instead. Get those. That's the damage we want. That's the damage we want, Shamil. Good work. Drop turn meter, 2 procs this time. I think I'll save the A2 still. Sadly, no A2 for me there. Got a nice reflex proc. Let's go in A1. Boost my speed. A1. Extra turn would be nice. Not happening. Let's just A2 to get the shield broken. And shield is broken. This time we'll A2 to reapply decreased speed. We're going to save the A3. Go for a turn meter drop. We got both of them. It's fantastic. Now we'll boost ourselves. Get those damage in. Sadly, only 2 buffs, not 3. That would have made a big difference. A2. Get that nuke out. Boost ourselves again. I think Fire Knight's going to go. If we all survive, we're in a good spot. A1. Now, Royal Guard. A3 from you. Getting close. A1. Try, and we got nice double Phantom Touch proc from Shamil. Drop turn meter. Boost our speed again. A1 with Royal Guard. At this point, I'd love to buff myself, but I think the safest thing is to go A2, increase the decreased speed. In with Shamil. Oh yeah, there you go. 88 turns. A new PB on the turns. And we did get it. But Fyro made us work for it. All right, let's go through these builds. So Elva is in my general build, 6-piece protection. I would actually probably like her to be faster. I think if you could push her like 280, 290, that would be better. The reason mine's slow is I actually need to use glyphs, and I forgot to do it during CVC. Basically, she needs like at least 5 speed from each of these 3 pieces, which would be another 15, which would put her at 278, which is roughly the target I had. So yeah, that's Elva. Other than speed, you do want some decent effective HP. You don't need resistance for this. In fact, if she didn't have the resistance, it would be better, because then I'd get 2 more counterattacks from Shamil at the beginning of the second, or second round, but the second boss's turn, after the boss takes the first turn. So actually dropping the resistance would be preferable. In terms of masteries, these are just general arena masteries. There's nothing here that's actually doing really anything. for me in the fight. So I'd say mastery is not really necessary. I haven't actually got my blessings set for Elva. Haven't decided which direction to go with her yet. Shamil is in my Nightmare Hydra build. I think you really want at least 2k defense, would be my observation on all of your champions to be able to survive long enough without dying. I do like 40k HP, 2k, say 2.2 or even 2.3 preferable. It's generally a good effective HP for Nightmare Hydra, and it works well against this level of Fire Knight. Beyond that, I've just got as much damage as I possibly can. Resistance not necessary for this fight. I have that purely for my Nightmare Hydra. The Phantom Touch 6-star blessing is making a big difference, and the fact that I have my Shamil in Reflex is obviously helping me here as I'm getting back to that triple hit A2 that's doing the majority of the damage more frequently. In terms of masteries, I actually should probably have this. It would probably help, and I don't know why I haven't got it selected. So there you go. Now we do. And that is Shamil. I can actually swap back now to his other ring, which I think was this one. You can go back into his ring for general content, or, well, for one content. I use him in Nightmare Hydra. Royal Guard is in Relentless, as you saw. Again, 2k defense, 40k HP. That is, I think, a minimum that you want to make this work. The accuracy is very important for me because I was using him as one of two sources of decreased defense and decreased speed. I don't think I know I couldn't keep decreased speed up 100% of the time with only one of them. I was having to alternate between the two. I was trying previously, only running Ruella, and I just couldn't keep decreased speed on. And if I couldn't keep decreased speed on, then I was going to have problems. Well, I was having problems, basically. I do have a refresh, but I don't think that procced very much. Skills, 3-star Phantom Touch obviously is helping quite a bit as well. In terms of masteries, Master Hex is pretty useful, Sniper's pretty useful, War Master, extra damage, pretty useful. That's kind of it. Nothing else really making that much of a difference. If we go over to Ruella, I don't have masteries set. That would have helped, to be honest. And if we go skills, I haven't got any blessing. Obviously, Phantom Touch would help as well. In terms of stats, 40k HP, 2k defense. You saw when we took like 300, 400 defense off to try and get a counterattack, it didn't help. It was causing us a lot of problems. Given how little damage Ruella actually did in the fight, I would say building DPS is pointless. I would probably favor having Triple Revenge or Relentless, something like that, with good defensive stats, and just forego the damage entirely. What else? Oh, yes, Creedon. No masteries. Again, Fearsome Presence would help immeasurably. Only have 1-star Phantom Touch. Obviously, if you had a higher blessing, that's going to help a lot as well. And in terms of stats, I went super fast because I knew I didn't have ally attack, and I was going to be relying quite heavily on Creedon. And I do think the faster you can get him with good effective HP is probably the way, and obviously enough accuracy. For the stage, I think the stage needs about 300, but you can just double check that on Hell Hades stages tools. So yeah, tricky, eh? Not an easy fight, but a fight that we did get done. So thanks for anyone who has watched to the end. It's been quite a long video in the end. Hope you enjoyed it. If there are any other stages that you would really like me to show my approach and talk through my thought process, Please let me know in the comments, just with obviously the stage you want, but with the code, so like S16 or Fyro is S17. That would help in terms of give direction. I think other people there've been a number of videos about S9. I could do a video myself on it. I have I don't know if it's a unique strategy. It's definitely not, but maybe a different slant. I have a different approach within that strategy, maybe that could be useful. But yeah, like whichever ones that I've been able to do. Obviously, if it's one of the stages I have not done, then then I can't really do a video on it. It's just me failing. But yeah, that's that for this video. As always, I really appreciate everyone who has watched. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video. Merry Christmas. Bye for now.